If parts of your body tingle when you hear an engine rev, if the hair on the back of your neck stands up when you hear tires squeal, then you've found your new home. This is the Revved Up Garage Cast, containing more testosterone than your listening device can handle. Loud, crazy, but a hell of a lot of fun. Let's do it. You're listening to the Revved Up Garage Cast. Now your hosts, Steven, Mark, and Eddie.
What's up? Revved Up Garage Cast, episode 20 coming at you. We haven't thought of a name yet. We'll see what sticks. We got Mark, Eddie. We're going to be talking about a few different things. We didn't cover Hardcore Championship. We're getting into Deadman this weekend. And we got a lot to talk about the Unified Points Series. So we'll start off. Marky Bang Bang ran Hardcore Championship, his second run of the year. He's trying to preserve a perfect record, but... how'd the MWFA go?
It was probably the most miserable class I've ever ran. I had literally zero fun, and I was literally going out to have fun. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah, I was going to chime on that one. For a week before that derby, Mark's like, I'm so amped up, ready to go. He's like, it's going to be
so
great.
excited.
I only got like 3-4 hours in the car. It's going to be a good time.
I literally went to have a good time. It was absolutely miserable. I've never been so mad.
Well, it did take him about 2 weeks, even though he said he only had 3 to 4 hours to build the MWFA car.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was already stripped.
Something like that.
Still
Yeah,
took forever.
It was a bad deal. Shout out to old man Faison Baker.
Yeah, old man scraped down the side of him. Just not a vicious shot. Just
No, he had no idea. He come up to me after and was like, well, how'd you do?
Well, you see, Rich, you broke my tie rod. We replaced one tie rod because the one was...
It didn't even break the tie rod.
Oh, yeah, it snapped the whole spindle.
Yeah.
So it was just weird.
It snapped the whole tie rod, broke the knuckle off the spindle. And the knuckle was still on the tie rod.
Just happens sometimes.
So Mark had a 10-second MWFA run.
It's about I lasted a long time without no steering, but I couldn't hit shit.
No, you hit me in the front twice.
I had to make contact.
I was out there having a blast.
Not me,
It
pal.
was fun.
Not
Till
me.
my whole rear tire went up under me and just got stuck.
Dude, raffle van smoked Steven.
Oh, I was already done at that point.
No, but he wanted you dead.
Oh, yeah, no, he just did
He
not
wanted
quit.
to kill you.
Like, I'm sitting there out, my car's not running, and I'm looking at this caravan. He sends it, like, half track,
He had
nose out.
a good van until that.
Yeah, he just wastes his whole van, like, 6 shots in a row.
Like, I'm sorry.
I'm already out. Like, I'm sitting there,
I'm
like, just...
I'm sitting
like,
in my van like, man, I don't know what he did, but this is personal.
So...
Something happened here.
So, and it wasn't that. He never derbied before, from my understanding.
He drove good.
Yeah, he was, what was his name? Rowdy Burns or something? He does, I guess he's real big in the beam community. Like, I guess he's real good on that game. Like one of
Did
the
you hit
best
him on
out
that game
there.
or something before?
I have not a clue. He didn't mess with me till I was done. I mean, like, I was in my final resting position. And
Another site I would like to talk about. You're stuck there. You're out at that point. The caliper gets pushed into you. Andrew about rips the whole front end off the caliper. He put his ass in. He must come half track, full track. His back bumper was touching, I think, the window in the caliper. Drove the whole motor in the firewall. It destroyed it.
Done.
I was scared for Andrew's life in that heat, too. It's one of the first times, I mean, I've seen some bad things
That
happen.
was really scary.
But Andrew got rolled right off the rip, and there was already a van coming for his front wheel on the opposite side, and they hit him directly in the roof where his body should have been.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the shot. I looked over, and he was on his top, so at first I just thought he got rolled. But then I seen his roof.
I saw the van hit him while he was going down, and I about threw up. Like, I thought there's no chance that Andrew didn't just get hit by a car inside of a car.
But what probably saved him was when he knew coming up. You know, your reaction
Dude,
was to wait.
Andrew was. I think he was out.
Something saved him. That's all I know.
I think he was daisy. Like,
He was coming this way. He probably leaned, try to reach for the passenger door there.
you should have seen how far it was pushed down on him.
If this big boy like me, I guarantee you was hitting
You'd
me
have been
somewhere.
in trouble.
It was hitting me.
But then he messed around and wins the show.
Yeah, then they bent his roof back up with the skid steer. He ends up
Getting a Hellraiser.
getting Hellraiser, beating Vinny, and I think Brady Morgan got third.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun.
Mark.
I do wish you got to run a little bit longer.
I was out there giving her hell, though.
Yeah, you weren't smiling. I'll get this.
No, I was not happy.
So another cool thing about Final Confrontation for me was it was the first time it came down to me and Melanie.
Oh.
And yeah, Eddie didn't go, so
I did not.
I was gonna give her the beans.
Speaking of that, we have a really good topic to talk about. I want to talk about the women's class when we get there.
Okay. So I hit her pretty good the one time, and she wasn't holding on to the steering wheel. And she said I gave her a lip whiplash. She didn't do anything for about a week.
Dude, before that, she about took you out before that.
Oh my God, yeah, she killed me. I don't know how my
I
wheel
sat there and
is.
said, "What is she doing?"
My dad was sitting up there. He said,
Oh yeah, he looked right at me. He was like,
"That was a little much."
"Oh yeah," he was so confused.
Steve didn't know what was going on, but I ended up winning that shit. Ended up giving her the beans at the end. I was waiting for her to fire back up. I was gonna send it full track.
She just fired as soon as you.
As soon as
She
they
just
timed
fired up and you smacked her and shut off, and then they timed her out.
it. Yeah, well then I backed up and was waiting for her to fire up again. But
What's the noise?
I don't know if that's you or her running the plasma, maybe.
That's a plasma.
Plasma.
Yeah,
We'll be
it's a
alright.
plasma. We'll be okay. A little background
We're the
noise won't
garage
hurt.
cast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I tell you another thing though. I haven't got to watch it yet. For the Light Weld Warriors to be 5,000 to win, that class was over in like 20
It's
minutes.
quick. Yeah, we didn't get.
Like,
What did we watch?
No, we were loading stuff up, but I want to watch it. Like,
Yeah.
DJ Fabry ended up picking up the win, and I heard it was a rowdy little heat. Even the
The
youth
youth class
full
went
size.
fast.
The
It went
heats, some of the heats were, you could tell who was definitely trying to make the feature without having to work on their car. But the feature itself,
It was not that long.
I think it was a good derby overall. The MWFA class was popping.
Yeah, it was popping.
I mean, it was a good little derby for what it was. The action was there, and sometimes you get to a derby that pays out a good bit of money, and you're just like, that whole thing sucked.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, it
Into a
wasn't a
couple,
bad
didn't we?
derby.
I'll tell you this, man. Some of them kids were on a skinny pedal.
Yeah,
I didn't get to watch yet, but I heard old Hayden Corwin, man, he was laying down.
he was for sure. I watched
They
the
always
youth,
do.
I watched the youth championship. Hayden's the hammer. CJ was trying to wheel it.
Well, you got I didn't get to watch it, and you did. What ended up happening to Brandon Corwin?
Brandon. You can't really tell. They just made a hit, but he.
Well, I understand it broke his femur, or cracked his femur
leg
or something.
hit into their battery tray, I believe I was told.
I mean,
Was
the
right
break
above his leg.
to do anything like crack or fracture or anything in your femur, dude, that's a lot.
Oh yeah, he's still recovering. I hope he's okay. But that Jacob Hostetler kid, he from Terra Alta, West Virginia, he ended up winning it.
Is that who won it?
Yeah, and I've watched him for years, and I've seen him up Stoneborough. I've seen him places where he doesn't have numbers on his side. He has a good car, drives hard, but sometimes the numbers just wasn't able to beat him. But him and his dad, or whoever helped him with that car was right.
Who did it come down to? Him and someone else?
Came down to him. I
The
believe
top two.
the kid that got second was Cale Norris, the one that
Cale
won it the
Norris.
year before.
I heard Mark. I don't know what was happening, but I heard Mark Elliott, man, he was getting rowdy.
Well, that's
it was
because
something was going down.
I didn't finish watching the very end.
I guess it was a good battle.
Well, it was them two and Ryan Clark. It
Okay.
was them three, and at one point, I believe either Cale Norris or Ryan Clark got the other two hung and had it won. And
I
that's
think
why
Ryan
Mark was,
Clark had him hung.
I think that's why Mark was going crazy that he
Yeah.
had just won the Derby, and then they freed him up went back at it. But it was a really good derby. Like I said, the expectations from the heat, some of the heats were so slow paced that you're like, that feature's just going to be awful, and it wasn't. So whatever they told the drivers in between the heat and the feature, it worked. Now, moving on for us, after hardcore, we didn't go anywhere.
Still got a couple classes to talk about.
What classes?
Women's class, hardcore compacts.
Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about women's and the female. So, yeah, the women's class, it got down to Alicia. Which one's older, Haley or Marissa?
I have no idea.
I think Marissa. I think Haley's
Marissa's
the
older one, I believe.
So it was down to Alicia, Marissa, and Melanie. And they ended up calling it Alicia first, which obviously
was
there was no debate.
Right.
And then second, they gave Marissa, and third, Melanie. So they say that Melanie attempted to break her stick, which obviously she put her hand up on her stick. Never broke her stick though. So what ended up happening was there's three cars left. Melanie and one girl hit. The girl's axle goes, revving to the moon. Everyone knows her axle goes. Melanie comes down into the other corner, and that official gives her 2 fingers, saying that there's 2 cars left. That girl never broke her stick.
Melanie happened to blow an axle.
Alicia hit Melanie. Melanie broke her A-arm, which ended up pulling the axle out. And Alicia went to hit Melanie again. Melanie went to put her hand up on her stick to break it because there's only 2. Everyone started screaming because Marissa hadn't broke yet. It was 52 seconds.
Apparently.
No. I watched it. It was 52 seconds. She still had 8 seconds technically on the clock. But Melanie never broke her stick. They call it derby. Period. They end it.
Which is bullshit to me. No, I mean, I'll be completely honest with you. That was bullshit.
So how can they end the derby, even if they're saying that Melanie broke her stick by reaching up for it? That girl still had 8 seconds left then. So they're saying she could have somehow miraculously moved.
Yeah, I mean, they say your stick's your lifeline. If it ain't broke, I mean, I don't see how you can be out.
Yeah,
I don't know how. We go all over this country. I've watched handfuls of drivers
crank their car while their hands on their stick.
Yep, all the time.
People do it all the time.
And the way I've heard it
They're
before,
saying that's the same as a wave off. Now, a wave off to me is me conceding to you, I'm done, get away.
Yes.
The stick is, if my car ain't going to fire, I'm going to break it. So I'm not getting beat on.
Yep.
I don't know.
To be timed out, we're out.
That stick
I mean,
should
thinking
be
about
broke.
breaking your stick and breaking your stick,
it's two different
things.
We brought the car home, and the stick's still up. I'm just saying.
That's like saying...
Technically, all 3 sticks were still up in the top 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's like saying... I mean, let's get to real life here. Like, if I think... in my mind, if I just think about something stupid like, Eddie, I'm going to kill you.
We're down
You can't
there.
charge me with that. It was my thought. You know what I mean? That's like saying
Yeah, but
you can't charge me with
This is
murder.
literally down to physical. So,
right.
That's like
what I'm
saying that I thought I hit you and I didn't.
Right.
Since I thought I hit you, it
Right.
counts as a hit.
Exactly. That's like saying if I killed Eddie, if I didn't kill Eddie, I still get charged with killing Eddie, even though Eddie's still walking and alive. Never touched Eddie.
I know that absolutely everyone was confused by that call. But it is what it is. I guess.
I mean,
Can't take it back, and
try to get better next time. I don't know.
yeah.
I wish y'all could just see the struggle that Mark's having, like at this moment in time right now.
It's been like this past 10 minutes.
I know. I wanted to say something.
It wants to fall. I'm just holding.
He's just holding that mic up.
Yeah, we need to get a better system.
Just need a table with a straight lip, a straight edge.
We should just like drill holes in these and the table
Just
and bolt them in.
Yeah, good idea.
That ain't a bad idea. What other classes didn't we talk about? Motor
Hardcore
swap.
compacts.
Lorene beat. I forget the guy in the wagon and me. We got 3rd.
And I heard that was his first derby.
That was not that guy's first
Okay,
derby.
well I heard it was. So.
No, 100% not. He got 2nd to Lorene in the same wagon at West Alex earlier in the year.
I'll tell you this. My man was wheeling that wagon.
Oh, he's a good driver for what it is.
He was wheeling that wagon.
Who is it?
He's Todd and Amy Greenwood. He has something to do with
cousin
them.
or something.
Cousin or he ran a wagon, and I mean he ran. You could tell it was old school.
It was
all the way
old
around.
school. Like, I mean, in my eyes, he looked underbuilt. I can't say he was, but I mean, it looked like a. He
Old
definitely
school car,
definitely had a disadvantage the way you look at it, but I can't say he did or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The hardcore compacts
The
was
hardcore
rowdy.
compacts. It was rowdy, and as to be expected, someone from Greene County won.
Yeah,
Justin, hats off, hell of a year.
won every hardcore show by one because he didn't run.
Yeah, because he didn't run. So
Should have ran it, bud. Should have ran it.
that class, unless some people step up and become competitive, it's just I don't even see how it
I don't
continues to
think
be a class.
I don't think one person can step up and get competitive. You need to get one person with about 10 buddies.
Yeah, and I mean at the smaller shows it might be 4 or 5.
I know, but
But at the end of the day, numbers are numbers.
yep.
And I'm really, like I said, I mean, me, you, like we're all good with them guys. But they're still pecking order, and still, it's not worth me trying.
Nope.
It's not.
Once you get down to that number,
Yeah, I mean, there's no winning it.
it's not one-on-one once you get down to that number
Right.
either.
Right.
And they don't physically pin and hold,
No.
but they hit so often and drive so hard that you can't move.
Nope.
Yeah.
I
I mean, all power to them. If I had 10, 12 buddies that wanted to run a show together, I mean, hell yeah, I would do it too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we covered Hardcore Championship pretty good. We do got another derby coming up. This is the last one for us for the year. I mean, I'm gonna have.
Are you sure about that? You ain't gonna find one somewhere else?
Nah, I'm good. We're gonna watch Gold Rush and Blizzard Bash at the house if anyone wants to come over after dark. But other than that,
You inviting the crowd or us?
I invited like
It sounded like you just
Sound like
invited
everybody
the
that's watching.
America, yeah.
no.
I'll make Facebook. I'll make a party
No.
thing on
You think
Facebook.
my house is not that big?
Okay.
I did invite a few more people, but not just us.
Okay.
Anyways, no, not everyone in America is invited to my house. Message me if you want to come. We'll see if we got room for you.
I hit you guys with the Facebook party request.
I'll send you Mark's address.
Don't fall asleep first.
So, anyways, we have next Deadman Buried Alive 4. This is one of my favorite derbies of the year.
High expectations every year, and they usually fulfill that.
Yeah, so there's 463 plus registered. I don't know, because that was before I even signed up with Melody. So,
I'd say they have 500.
yeah, they're going to be close to 500 plus 140 power, 118 power wheels. 118 power wheels. Crazy.
That's a lot.
But
I got a Powerball showing up to the Derby that I'm going to be riding around on.
You gonna take Ellie's?
Burns is building one.
Oh, did he?
Mhm.
Sweet.
I got to buy the 12-volt Milwaukee battery.
Okay, I didn't know if you had time.
Yeah, no, he said he bought. Big Alley's got a new one, and he put gears in one they had and bring it. So
Sweet.
be a hell of a time for her.
Yeah. So I think that's Saturday. That's the day we run.
Saturday.
So Friday night, although Friday night I'm excited about. They have the super stock heats, the compact heats, farm truck, which our buddy Andrew Myers is running, which will be fun to watch.
Always.
But after that is the gut and get full size. Now, Mark, you've driven my 4.3. You've putted around in a few of my cars.
I didn't
Not
putt. I
4.6.
didn't putt in that 4.6.
How's that 4.6 run?
I put that up against any motor. I'll tell you right now.
I wouldn't go that
Yes, I
far,
would.
but
What happened at SMW Expo?
it beat a Collier, but
Okay,
that motor's
I'll tell you this.
There have been some incidents like those motors. It's very rare, but you occasionally
I'll tell you
do
this.
find
I was
some-
buying-
Eddie drive this afterwards.
I'm telling you, I was buying a 350 because I was going to build a motor swap over the winter. I might not do that now.
What are you buying now?
I ain't buying nothing. Buy a car with a 4.6 in
You
it.
just run that.
Wait till you drive it after this.
She's nasty.
I'm telling you now, you put her in first in the parking lot, just tromp on it. She'll burn tire 200 feet.
Don't stop good, but
You got some.
Don't stop at all.
No.
No.
no, them damn headers, how you have to delete them brake booster just kills the brakes.
And I'm sure everybody knows who touched that motor. The man, the myth, Robbie Crittenden.
Yep.
Thing is nasty.
But anyways, so Friday night's going to be exciting. Going to have some fun. Win, lose, draw. That car's going to be fun just to drive.
That's Friday?
That's the concluding heat Friday night.
Did you see Saturday technically we run first. They're running a con season shit.
We run first on the second derby.
Right.
So Melanie runs early in the morning.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, she's in the first half.
Okay. So the second starts at 6 and we open that show.
Yeah, so
I think that's the only day I'm going.
we got the tag team compacts. Me and Mark, double trouble. You're returning winners. We're going to try and defend that title.
You see me walking around all dressed up holding a championship belt, mind your business.
We thought about it and like wrestling correlating to derby and like I just don't know because like when you have the belt, everyone's gunning for you.
Yeah, buddy, we cannot have the belt and everybody's gunning for us.
yeah.
Don't you got to take him back?
No. Technically, we get to keep those ones.
Yeah, I don't know if he's bringing other ones or where. I might take mine if not.
I'm still going to take mine and rock it.
But anyways, I know we got
Let them know who to junk.
Yeah.
We got some teams coming out of Ohio. Got some other teams coming out of PA. Did I tell you Ryan Wood's not running at all now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bad.
Our buddy Blake was in a bad car wreck, and we're just hoping he gets better. But did you know that Blake was in a bad car wreck?
Who?
Blake Malone, Four Loko.
Oh, really?
Critical condition deal. He must died.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better now, but he ain't gonna be derbying for a couple years.
Yeah, I hope he gets speedy recovery there.
I guess John Danbaugh was supposed to hop on that team, but the car that Blake had someone building for him
And
wasn't as far along as anticipated. So they ended up dropping out the other day, which was sort of sad. We got old man Fazenbaker, which is an absolute nut with Jackson. Uphole with Webb.
Just them 3 in one heat going to be.
Yeah. Uphole, Webb, and Fazenbaker, they all run hard. Padham has had a scary incident, one of my worst fears. Do you see that?
I showed him today.
Yeah, he was welding on, I believe, his driver's door, bent over welding, stood up, and his driver's seat was on fire. And
I'm guessing he pushed it out of the garage.
Yeah. So he tried to put the seat out real quick and couldn't get it out, so he pushed it out of the garage to be safe. And then it caught the fuel cell. So
shit's all shit right after that, but
yeah, it burnt the whole middle of the car by the time the fire department, and he messaged me and said, I guess he got some more stuff. He messaged me today than he thought. He's getting into swapping some stuff, and hopefully his car's still decent. I don't know what it'll do, but
you got this, Pat.
Yeah, more ambitious. I would have built another car.
not everybody got 65 cameras. Pat got some though.
Pat has a few.
Yeah, but when you're this close to a derby and
Right.
have some dumb shit like that happen, that sucks.
So
It's not a crazy build though, is it?
No, but it's
No,
still,
it's not
Still got some.
it's still a thing though. I mean,
yeah, and you still want being a team show. You want to have the best.
I know.
possible you
I know.
can.
Me personally, it'd probably kill a lot of my motivation.
What?
That, like something like that happening.
Oh,
It
yeah.
would kill motivation.
Yeah, so we got that class. There's a ton of classes. There's a trunk or treat. So this is coming out before Deadman. Like I said, there's 470, probably 500 cars registered, 118 Power Wheels. Trunk or treat for the kids. Some different events he's having. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday at our Fayette County Fair. Stop out if you can. Moving on from that, we're going to try and wrap this episode up, but we do got to talk about one more thing. Mark Elliott and the Unified Points Series, they are now going to crown 6 individual champions next year.
I like it.
Eddie likes it.
Dude, but I don't.
Mark's new to the idea, so we're going to go over the basic
I'm not
principles.
saying I hate it if it can work.
You have 6 champions.
I think it's going to be hard.
You have the female, you have the youth. You have high power compacts, low power compacts, high power full size, and low power full size. Now the high and the low power, first off that comes to my head, build. But no, it's not about the build. It's about how much the class pays. So what they're trying to get, what a lot of people think and what happens a lot of the time is the more money classes, people assume that they have more money and time into the build. I mean, most of the time it's fairly accurate. But they do have some displacement. The high power full size doesn't start till 5,000 and up, and the high power compacts doesn't start till 2,500 and up. So I'm hoping actually that this makes promoters almost pay compacts a little bit better, more consistently. Because when I was going over it last year, there was, I think I counted 7, maybe 8 shows that would have even qualified, and that's it.
I just looked
4
at
of them
it.
were team.
There's different. It's more than just the 5,000.
Oh yeah,
lower.
once you get higher, it still has the bonus point opportunities.
Yeah, 10,000 and up first pays 20 points, 16. Yeah, just the doubles. Okay. But
Yeah.
the 5,000 to 10,000 to $5,999 is 15 points, then 12 points, then 9 points.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you could possibly see a guy win more than one title, but I think it's going to hurt a guy that, say he's doing real good in the, we'll say he's doing good in the high power, and then he runs a show that's low power, and he is close, say him and a guy are battling out in the high power, but he wins in that lower power, it doesn't help him in the higher power.
That's the point.
I know.
Yeah, so you're only going to be able to run the what you want to try and score your points in, which is fine and dandy. But the low power compacts, I think, will get the majority of the classes. I mean, the low power is going to be the bulk of the classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because each show only is going to have 1 or 2 high powered, and most of them are going to be full size.
Yeah, I mean, how many shows are paying $10,000 in the point series?
Probably more than you would think, but there's a lot of these fair shows and stuff that's all going to be low powered.
Right.
So it's going to eliminate the guy that wants to run and chase high powered. He's not going to have to go to fairs anymore.
Which is, I mean, it helps.
It does if that's what it wants it to be.
Guys.
My only thing that I'm worried about is take the female, take the youth out. Mark's now going to have to pay 4 champions.
Mm-hmm. And then you're going to have enough money
Who
to push
has-
some people.
Okay, so I honestly believe that the low power guys that are going to all these fairs and stuff are probably going to spend more money at the end of the day with traveling and everything than a
High power guy
guys.
that doesn't have to, I mean, he
So-
could possibly run that car all year.
So I won 15,000 in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
JD won 20. I think this year it's 25,000. What number do you put when you divide it between them 4 classes that Mark is able to obtainably raise?
Yeah.
Because it's 10,000 enough to want to do it?
Is
Yeah, but
10,000 enough to
you're-
go all over the country? I mean, I don't know.
You're not competing against as many people at that point.
But
And you also don't have to run all over the country again either.
but let's think
Still has to
about
be
it.
unified
Let's think
shows,
about it
you
at the
still
end of the day,
have to
though.
travel.
Everybody knows Derby ain't to make money.
No.
No, it's definitely
It's more of a title.
But you do want to reward.
Right. You want to get some back.
something.
I don't know. Is the title good enough?
So for me to do it, like, I'm in 4th this year. And yes, there was times that I put a little bit more effort into it than not chasing at all. But I didn't full-heartedly do it. And 25,000 wasn't enough for me to full-heartedly devote myself at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only 1 champion, so now you have 4.
Right. If you pay, say you pay 10,000 for all 4, I mean, who's gonna chase it for 10,000? I don't know. I can't say who will, who won't. But
Yeah.
and if you do 20,000 for 4, I mean, can you afford out? I mean,
You
you got
do.
80 grand in first
Or
places.
is Mark thinking in his head, high power gets more money, low power gets less?
I don't know.
Then you get people in their feelings about.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you're never gonna make everybody happy.
Correct. I did like, he was messing with the guy. He said that everyone had 2, there's something about 2 opinions, and one of them was they could create their own point series and do it how they want or something. That was pretty funny, but he's never going to please everyone.
No.
You can't.
Welcome to the Derby world. It don't matter.
You can only keep trying and keep working towards it and try and do the best you can.
I mean, I say Derby world, but it's life too. I mean, you can do 1,000 things right. you do 2 things wrong, man, they're always going to remember that. It's how it is. It sucks, but it's just how it is. And all power to Mark for doing what he does. I mean, that.
Well, here's my next thing. He's gonna have to have a personal assistant or something at these derbies.
He's going to need help.
His videos afterwards is gonna be like, he's really gonna have to pull over for these ones.
He won't.
No, it's.
You're going to have a 3-hour video at the end of the night.
He's gonna confuse himself.
Yeah.
Us. But no, I think he needs an assistant, and
If you watch his videos at the end, man, you can see how tired and he is so slap happy. You could say the dumbest thing and he's laughing at it.
I really, really like the principle of it.
Yeah.
I think that he probably should only broke it to full size and the small cars and left it at that. But like I said, it's his point series and he can do what he wants.
I mean, hey, it might work. I'm not saying it ain't. It's just, I don't know.
Well,
it's going to be a change.
I mean, isn't he one of the first to really jump out and do this point series for Derby?
That way, a point series.
Yeah. I mean, other than, I know we had
more of a nationwide. There's been tours and stuff like Reckless Warriors, Dent. Like, there's been different tours, but they're all within the same promoter normally.
Yeah, like Thomas does theirs.
Yeah, they've done point series for years. New Alex has had their championship.
Oh, Andrew Myers won it.
Did he win
Thomas
something
Point Series
this year?
Thomas Point Series.
This year?
Yeah, I think he did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it. He goes up and tears up down there.
He said he loves it. And go up there, run for $20, and you win $500 at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Stock build.
Oh, those are his type of builds all day long.
It ain't though, man. He hits too hard, but he loves it. But I tell you what, I can't put all the time in a car and hit three shots.
When's he coming on? When are we gonna get him on here?
I don't think he would. He's not a people person.
He ain't a people person. 3 of us in here.
He likes us, but
That's all you got to deal with.
We can get him.
I think so, maybe.
We really need to get him. Like, we should have did it at Bash this year.
We did. We did it at Bash, but we didn't get him.
That's what I'm saying. But
I don't think he was too happy Bash.
Yeah. Why?
He didn't like how it went down.
He didn't do good.
Nah.
Yeah.
I told him it's because it was dark. It's always in daylight. It did it dark. That's how you mess with him.
You weren't happy about that MWFA class.
No. I ran Bash and I wasn't happy there either.
I sure hope that Mark does better on Saturday than he did in MWFA.
I'm pretty good in team shows.
I sure hope.
That's because he ain't got to do all the work.
I don't know, bud. Running something different might be good or bad.
Okay, well, I guess we'll be back right after Deadman. Maybe we'll recap that, see what's going on in our lives. Me and Mark been hitting the gym.
I mean, maybe.
Say what you said to me the other day.
What did I say to you the other day?
At work when we were taking aluminum outside. What'd you say to me, Ed?
It does look like he has been going to the gym. I did give him that.
Yeah, I haven't lost any weight.
He
Huh?
I haven't lost any weight.
Really?
Just been gaining muscle.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah. I've been eating 100% right.
Me.
But
Especially fish season coming, bud. I ain't gonna be eating right, bud.
after Deadman, I'm gonna be really getting on it.
I walk. Hey, I'll tell you now, that fishing, man. I walk a lot.
How much fish did you catch this weekend? You went fishing this weekend.
A lot.
How a lot is that? Could be a lot of numbers.
50, 60.
Anything exciting that you had to take a picture of?
No, I almost killed somebody up there. But that's a whole different topic. We'll get into that another time.
That's for that censored podcast you're talking about.
How about grabbing by the throat?
Revved up after hours.
They get in your fishing hole.
No.
Oh.
I hooked the fish and it ran down his hole. He said, "You're scaring my fish away." I said, "Buddy, that ain't how this works." And he said, "We'll fight it up there." I said, "Buddy, that's not how this works. They're like a bullet, dude. You hook onto it, it's gone." He said, "Well, then break your line." I said, "You're smoking crack." I said, "You don't come up here often, do you?"
He didn't like that, did he?
And then it was kind of my fault at the end. I just walked past him to go back to my hole. And he was talking to his son fishing, and he said, "Keep on going." As in, keep drifting your float, your bait down through the hole. Well, he said, "Keep on going." I thought he was talking to me. I turned around, and I had some words. Yeah.
Wow, way to be a dick.
No, he was a dick.
He was talking to his son.
He talked
You ruined that father-son moment.
His son. Never mind. We out of this. We're done with this.
Mark caught him on fish, guys.
Revved up out. Catch us on the after hours.
You've been listening to the Revved Up Garage Cast. If it's motorsports and life, we're talking about it. The guys have over 30 years combined experience and a lot of winning. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, you can find us on Facebook at Revved Up GarageCast. Listen wherever you get your podcast at Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. Y'all be cool, and we'll see you next time on Revved Up GarageCast.